Many people claim they are intelligent these days. Even some whose cognitive ability is not up to par claim they have the gift of intelligence. Mary, the 7-year-old girl in the movie Gifted, is a typical example of an individual born with the gift of intelligence. She is so intelligent that, at such a young age, she can intelligently discuss a variety of topics and easily solve complex math problems. Yes, that's the popular way of identifying intelligence. But is it accurate? We are so used to defining smartness with the educational standard in which we capitalize on the grades of the learners. However, this system is not quite accurate because intelligence can be measured by other means away from the school system. Albert Einstein even likened the educational system of measuring intelligence to testing the ability of a monkey, a fish, and an elephant to climb a tree. Is this accurate in any way? Definitely no. In this video, we will identify the real signs of intelligence that no one can deny. Watch till the end. Never forget the details. Take a moment to analyze yourself and how you fare with details. Do you remember derails or not? This isn't limited to a certain aspect of life. It cuts across all areas of life. There is music you may have heard several years back, and you can still remember the lyrics and details of the video, either inside of us or outside of us. There are many details, the vivid colors of nature, along with our memories, perspectives, fragrances, and sounds, all intertwined to form an amazing work of art. The capacity to pick up on details along the way and recall them, as if they were just yesterday, is one of the most telling indicators of true intellect. Although you might not be the best at recalling the past, likely you can still clearly remember the scent of the sea from a family vacation you took as a child. It can be the long-lasting effect a piece of music has had on you, or how you hear the music note by note in your everyday life. Genuine intelligence is sensitive and delicate. You are inquisitive, so you can gain knowledge. Becoming truly smart requires a strong desire to study new topics, as well as a wealth of data and statistics. One essential element of intelligence is curiosity. You consult knowledgeable people and do your studies when you want to learn more. The smallest item captivates your interest, even if it is outside of your normal scope. You want to be aware of how everything functions, including your actions, feelings, and principles. People with an open mind enjoy learning new things and being informed. They are curious individuals who aren't hesitant to investigate topics and notions that pique their interests. Before passing judgment or making a conclusion, curious people are more unbiased and eager to learn more. People that are curious treasure knowledge, which makes them open to exciting, novel experiences that they cherish forever. They are not deterred by their ignorance. It encourages them to continue learning. You read for creativity. People who are voracious readers and prefer to spend leisure time immersed in a good book rather than constantly seeking out new information are inherently smarter. These voracious readers, it has been shown, perform better in terms of memory, communication, and focus. Additionally, reading helps bright people improve their creative abilities. Creativity is a further indication of intelligence. While most people assume that creativity exclusively refers to the creation of art or creative objects, the term has a wide range of applications. Because they are willing to step outside of their comfort zone, creative people can think creatively, view things from multiple angles, and solve problems with ease. They can come up with original ideas and inventive solutions. They have the expertise, the keen observational abilities, and the curiosity to make their vision a reality. They acknowledge their failures. Psychological studies have shown that smart people are those who can acknowledge and accept their failures, and more significantly, learn from them. Wise people view mistakes as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than as failures. The capacity for admitting mistakes is a surprising quality of intellect. Because they don't associate their self-worth with their identity or reputation, intelligent individuals don't have trouble accepting their faults and moving on. Since they don't think they are losing their self-worth when they apologize, They may accept mistakes without feeling inferior to other people. Being trustworthy both with oneself and others is an indication of both intelligence and integrity. Since they develop and learn from them, and can use this information to make better decisions in the future, they have no problem accepting their errors. They stick to their way of thinking. Debating style is a reliable measure of intelligence, but what sets you apart from the competition is how you do it. Travis Bradberry, the author of Emotional Intelligence 2.0, contends that those who can argue persuasively from all angles are more talented. The ability to debate from both one's point of view and the viewpoint of others is one of the true indicators of intelligence. According to Bezos, the smartest people are constantly revising their understanding, reconsidering a problem they thought they'd already solved. They're open to new points of view, new information, new ideas, contradictions, and challenges to their way of thinking. Think about how frequently you've changed your mind recently the next time you're doubting your intelligence. If a lot was the response, you are probably smarter than you realize. They show compassion for others. Truly intelligent people have brains that work more quickly than their mouths. If you take the time to respond to people's questions and give them a genuine answer that you've thought about, you'll be one step ahead of the game. It's difficult to have compassion for others because you have to put yourself in their shoes. To have compassion for others, you must be able to see things from their point of view emotionally. It's not always enjoyable to acknowledge when you're wrong in a circumstance. There are advantages to being able to interpret these indications and truly listen to individuals outside of interpersonal connections. Even if you are the most intelligent person in the entire world, or even just the room, you lack understanding and compassion for others. They have strong personalities. Pretty outstanding people have a strong sense of who they are. They are people who act independently and are the only ones who truly know themselves. Although they may not always follow trends, when they do, they tend to remix them to fit their style and express themselves. They are more self-aware than most since they have access to their psyche. Intelligent people know their likes and dislikes, strengths and weaknesses, and are clear on their objectives and aspirations, which is one component of having a strong sense of self. They recognize and accept their inner conversation, which includes their insecurities and weaknesses. They don't falter because of their weaknesses since they are aware of who they are and what they can contribute, so they have a generally accurate sense of their worth. They love nature. Understanding how numbers and physical principles operate can be useful in some situations. On the other hand, someone who is in harmony with nature and the principles of existence is truly smart. They are calm without being inactive, strong without being cruel, and sensitive without being weak. Those who properly view nature can see its wisdom, beauty, and even brutality. The strength and patterns of nature are amazing. True intelligence recognizes the guidance and lessons that nature offers us, as well as our obligation to protect and nurture our natural environment. They have an open mind. When you completely shut off your mind, you'll miss out on a lot of knowledge and end up being stupid. Even if you get off to a good start, this is still true. You don't feel disturbed. If you were to listen to the other person and try to open your mind a little, you would realize that their point is still valid in other situations. And you could discover that it makes it even easier for you to understand why you're right and what it means. Even if you are certain that you are correct or knowledgeable about a particular topic, keep an open mind since you will learn a lot. They put in effort for long-term achievement. Individuals have the power to put off getting what they want. One of the most significant indicators of true intelligence is the capacity to postpone pleasure. Many of us are prepared to put off receiving a reward, but when the time comes, we fail to do so. Instead of exerting effort and delaying happiness to wait for something more significant and long-lasting. Simply put, those who have the fortitude to postpone satisfaction are wiser. Now that you know the real signs of intelligence, if you would like to know why intelligent Sigma males don't care, or how intelligent men never let women control them, click on the videos. Thanks for watching.